veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, 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 la 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 la. La 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 la. 'Cause I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, oh, la 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 la. La 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 la. veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the school.
Yes, people, big up to all of you, and thank you once again for finding the time to be with me for another edition. Still the Blue Morning Show because it's 9:33 a.m. Las Vegas time. I appreciate you all. We had to postpone the show. It didn't start as it was initially scheduled, which was supposed to be 4 a.m. PST time due to some technical issues, which we've successfully sorted out. We're here now to talk Chelsea transfers. Talk about Tomás Araújo. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that correctly, and discuss all the news items out there that concerns our beloved club. I do hope you're doing well. Without wasting much of your time, I'm going to say hello to those of you in the chat so we can get into it without waffling too much. And good morning to you too, Chelsea FC Jingles. Jude, my New York bro, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join. And we have Let's Go Tobejo. That was 4 a.m. my time. And Dante as usual, antagonizing me there. Let's see what else we have. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom because those are pretty much like a fight there. Up to Charles indeed. Nice to see you, Chimera, the PR person of the H place. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. What else do we have here? And please, as you join in, and be sure to drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And for those of you that are following the show on X, currently we have 20 people following the show, only 6 on YouTube, the rest on X. And if you're following the show on X, just know that we appreciate you. And that's because you following the show alone does go a long way, and we sincerely do appreciate that. But I want to ask you for one favor, one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second and drop a like on the stream for us on X, and also do follow our X account to help us get to 5,000 followers as soon as possible. We'd really appreciate that. Let's go, Tebego. Nice to see you. Big up to you too. Oh, you're back. I didn't know. It looks like you're not at work today, but nice to see you, my bro. I do hope you're doing well. Thank you so much there. Hopefully Nightbot is not AWOL today, just like yesterday. But let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Without wasting much of your time, as promised, we're going to get into discussing the items we have lined up here. So I'm going to go to the presentation window. There you go. This is the guy here. Interesting topic to start with this morning. And once again, if you're a member of the Chelsea Perspective community and you are celebrating your birthday, just know that we appreciate you. Tell us, and we will pop some balloon and fireworks for you because we appreciate you. So I'm gonna let's get into it without wasting much of your time. The presentation window. I think I'd rather it be this way. Yep, so you can see what we have. And let's hear what Chimera has to say here. We definitely do need another centre back. Move Badiashile on to Sunderland or something. Colwell and Fofana cannot and shouldn't be trusted. Sanchez should start looking for a house in China. Get rid, please. Wow. This is seriously interesting from you. I'm not sure what to tell you. The club, we've heard from our club already that Chelsea, that we're not looking to move on Benwell Badiashile, and I think there's a good player there. Maybe it will take time. Let's see what happens. But do I think we need to sign centre back? I'd say yes. Because definitely we will end up moving up at least one centre back in Axel Disasi. I'd be surprised if he stays here come next season. But that's a small opinion anyway. Big up to you to Chelsea FC Jingles. Jude, nice to see you. I do appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And we have a big up GFC. Got it! And my bro, Maya the rapper, nice to see you. Big up, he says, Kachila. More life, brother. More life to you. Always nice to see you, Maya. I do hope you are doing well. Without wasting much of your time, let's get into it. This first item here talks about Gael Kakuta. I loved him so much. I think we got into trouble actually for signing him. Some reported shady dealings behind the scenes to get his signature across the line. This kid, at the time, he was so skillful that I think he was doing that one interview when Mikel B was asked who at the time is the most skillful player at Chelsea, and he did mention Gal Calcutta. But here's what he's saying here: Gael, I don't know how you pronounce his first name, Calcutta, saying here, I was very naive to sign that 4-year contract at Chelsea instead of renewing. I should have left for another team that would have treated me like a first team player rather than a youngster who came to the first team. Here's the thing. My opinion of this, if he was that good, even after leaving Chelsea, whenever he left Chelsea, yeah, he should have made his mark, whatever he went to at the time. But unfortunately, his career went the way it did, and I don't think it'd be right to be blaming Chelsea for it, in my opinion. To be good, nice to see you. You have anything to add to the Gael Calcutta conversation like we have on the screen here? I liked him at the time. I didn't. I think he played for Sassuolo, didn't he? Yeah, he did play. Is this Sassuolo? Is that what they're called in Italy? And he did play for an Italian club. I can't quite remember what club it was. But let's see. Do you have anything to say?
Solo. Oh my god.
So look, don't laugh at me, man. I'll get back. He did play for them, yeah, and he did well in Italy. You could say relatively well. Let me just put it like that way. But let's say your thought, on this comment.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think oh man, what a great talent. I don't know what happened to him. For me personally, he should have stayed at Chelsea, but I understand players sometimes want to explore something new, but unfortunately it didn't work out for him. What a player.
Yeah, he was a good player, very skillful, and did well in Italy, in my opinion. Even at some point, I think it was Nini that was suggesting that the club would go for him at the time. I could be wrong. I can't quite remember what happened. Maya the rapper and Gui, where are you? Jay, nice to see you. I do appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for joining us, by the way. The next item we have here is a presentation, statistical, you could say, a presentation. Lavia is making more combined tackles and interceptions per 90 minutes than Caicedo. But of course, he has played less games, and that plays a part. But he's been good in defensive phase. We know that. Houston, the volume of games they played matters, like Vince clarifies on the presentation on the screen. He's done well. I'm again, my argument isn't that he's a bad player. I think the case should always be one of him or Caicedo paired with Enzo Fernandez so we can have good balance. But right now, I can understand why the manager, it's again, he's preferred playing the two of them in recent games in the Premier League because, yeah, we've been leaking goals like crazy. Even that compared to the goals we've been scoring, at one point we considered a lot more than we were scoring. But it's understandable, and I don't have any issues with that. The manager, he's got to do what he's got to do to ensure we're doing well. But let's hear you, Tobeho, your thoughts on this, the stats we're looking at on the screen.
Yeah, like we've been saying, Romeo Lavia is the number 6 that we only have at Chelsea, unfortunately. And also, in terms of midfield balance, I think these two uh, they, they they complement each other, but at the same time, we are not creating chances in order to do more creatively. But again, hopefully after the international break, we find a balance. Hopefully, coach.
Yeah, I think it depends on who we're playing against. And if you remember when I think the manager was asked why you can say he's been benching Enzo Fernandez, he did explain at length as to why that's the reason. and it did say something to the effect of how that would change in the future, where you would see the pairing of Enzo Fernandez and one of either Moises Caicedo or Romeo Lavia, which makes sense. And we're blessed to have them all. Big up to you, to Nehemiah Forward. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Currently, we do have um yep, how many people? 41 people watching, but only 11 of those on YouTube. If you're following the show on YouTube, be sure to drop a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're getting closer to 24,000 subscribers. It's a big mistake if we let Nkunku go to Man United. I don't see that happening, and we did discuss that report. And Nehemiah, if you don't mind, please can you keep the topics aligned with the current topic, or otherwise would assume you're having a good conversation with a community member in the chat, and that's allowed. You have every right to do that. But if you want the panelists to address your contributions in the chat, ensure that it's aligned with the current topic. And in Kunku, I don't think the club will sell him. The report we've seen so far are all from Manchester United's perspective. Even again, we haven't said anything until we'll hear from the club. I think he stays here, and chances are, if the rumors persist, would hear Chelsea put out a briefing such as Nkunku is pretty much part of the project and he will be here for a long time. Tabi, I don't know if you have anything to add to that, brother.
No, I think Kunku will stay at Chelsea. But again, what we used to say here, if the player wants to leave, no player is bigger than the club, and then we will wish him well. But at the same time, it's still soon to say Nkunku wants to leave Chelsea. I don't think so. We are winning, we are doing well. Why would he want to leave?
Yeah. Even again, if anything, I'd say the reports in question are just him sending a message to the club that he wants to be playing. I get it, he's been playing, but yeah, in Europe, not the Champions League, and I can assure you, if it was Champions League, he's not going to be complaining too much. But this is the Conference League; the players don't value it that much. Let's see. Facts, bad business, bro. Yep, let's see what else we have here. We need creativity in the midfield. Enzo needed Lavia dragging our wingers back. Lavia does his job, rotating with Moises Caicedo. But right now, I'm not going to complain about the pairing of Caicedo and Lavia. They're doing a good job. They're helping the manager to effectively implement his approach to ensure we get good results. At one point, I think he'd be more focused on, again, selecting a balanced 11 that you could say that's not going to lead to us suffering defensively or offensively, but perfect balance, again, starting 11. But right now, he has to do what he has to do. Lavia is still young. He will further improve with time. Listen, I think Lavia is an excellent player. I'm not arguing that he's a bad player. I'm just explaining why I've explained 1,000 times why I believe the manager has opted to, again, the pairing of Romeo Lavia and Moises Caicedo for a few games now. It is for a good reason, and I was able to realize immediately why he was doing that. So I'm not complaining, and I've never said Lavia actually is the most effective at beating the press of all the midfielders we have. And I think we will get a chance to look at the statistic, now you could say a presentation, statistical presentation that highlights that on the screen soon. In a few months, Lavia will be wrecking machine. He's excellent now already, actually. Lavia is young, he will improve. I'm not arguing. I never said he's a bad player. He's actually better than a lot of the midfielders in the Premier League, even at his age. Let's see if fans in Parma back, because Parma, I wouldn't blame him for, you could say, him not measuring up to the standards the level we've known him to play at. I don't think it's down to him. It's not entirely his fault. Okay, so let's look at this. Lavia is making more combined tackles and interceptions per 90 minutes than Caicedo, but of course he has played less minutes, and that plays a part. But he's been good. And this is saying that Chelsea midfielders in all competitions this season, 200 minutes played. Okay. Minimum 200 minutes played, I'm guessing. Romeo Lavia, 279 minutes. Moises Caicedo, he's played a lot more. tackles per 90 minutes. Romelu Lavia is averaging 3.2. Moises Caicedo 3.4. Okay. But the volume is important. Interceptions per 90 minutes. Romelu Lavia 2.3. Moises Caicedo 1.5. Combined 5.5. We don't need that aspect. There's also Malo Gusto at 2.6 tackles per 90 minutes and interceptions per 90 minutes 1.3. Then there's Enzo Fernandez, and then there's Renato Viega, my boy. I don't know, Tabeho, you have anything to say about that? Or are you good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
All right, we'll move on in a bit. Just give me 1 second. I'm trying to share the link to the stream on social media to see if more people will join the show. What's going on here? 1 sec. Okay, there you go. I think I got that. That does it for me. All right, we got that. So I need this guy here. Yeah, we go with this. Okay, thank you for your patience. Next item we have lined up here is this one here, which reads: the last numbers from Opta have given Liverpool a 99.8% chance of a top four finish. Second is Man City at 99.4, with Arsenal and Chelsea with Arsenal 91%, 91.2%. And Chelsea 49.8% of making it into top four, the most likely to make up the top four. Opta top four predictions: Liverpool 99.8, Man City 99.4, Arsenal 91.2. Just as we read again in the second paragraph there, Chelsea 49.8. So they're not giving us a lot of chance, but at least they're giving us a chance. So I think we'll make it. We'll finish top four, in my opinion. We'll move on from that item where we were here, right? The next one here. Romelu Lavia is our best dribbler so far this season. He's completing 1.9 dribbles per game at 85.7% success rate, followed by Sancho on 3.5 dribbles. Dribble success rate per 90 minutes at 60% success rate. Romelu Lavia, I've always known that he's a good dribbler, which is clearly the reason why he's one of the most capable of beating the press or finding a solution in tight spaces within our squad. No surprises right there, in my opinion. If you knew him before he joined us, you'd know that, yeah, that's his thing. All right. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. What else do we have here? Coach, I heard Noni give an attitude because he was subbed. I think we shouldn't just conclude that's the case. That was the case. Chances are he was furious with himself, realizing he didn't play well, that he had to be taken off. Because sometimes from outside, it's easy to conclude, and you can say, based on the construct on again in our mind, decide that situation is in a certain way, why in fact, yeah, the opposite is the case. So I'm gonna do that cautiously. But nice to see you, Dube Lama too. It's been a minute. I do hope you're doing well, and please keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Probably his fitness, we need to play him consistently. Who are you referencing there? None need to be benched. I think he needs to be benched too. I just hope Maresca doesn't lose the dressing room because Felix and Nkunku not happy. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. If the manager senses you're gonna bring, you can say, toxicity into the dressing room, I think it will banish you from the squad, which is the easiest way to solve such problems. And in my opinion, both Lavia and Casado bring physicality to the team. I see how Maresca now shifted Casado to the attacking role. We don't score goals because of Enzo. A lot of people are not going to believe that's the case. We finished above Arsenal thus this season. And they will what? They will struggle to get top four. I believe they will struggle to get top four, but I think they will eventually finish there. Coach, my friend is a man you find, and he told me Sancho is not ill. I don't believe that. Big up to you too, Mark and Noom. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Tabeho, if anytime you want to comment, just let me know. I'm going to try to breeze through. Okay, go ahead. Were you saying something?
Yeah, I mean, why people are saying Sanchez not ill? Sancho had a knock during training nothing to do with his illness. So I don't understand why, man, we're doing this. I think we should just give these players time to recover if they're injured and stop speculating.
Yep, DJ Soup. Nice to see you, DJ. I hope you're doing well. Big up Kachila and the chat. DJ, don't bring your trouble here. Let me enjoy the show in peace. Don't fight me. We can be friends for for the duration of the show. So let's move on to the next item. We go. What do we have here next? Yep, there you go, my man. Chelsea are actively monitoring the market for a centre back. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. I did watch that video myself. Chelsea loves Thomas. How do you pronounce that? Because it's not TH. Is it Thomas? Thomas Araújo at Benfica. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. As I said, I did watch that video myself. Tobeho, how well do you know this kid? How old is he actually? I don't know. But how well do you know him? Is he a player you would like to see Chelsea sign?
Yeah, he's still 22 years old. But in terms of signing him, I don't want another young centre back, to be honest. I want an
Mm.
experienced one. But again, I don't know more about this kid. So after the international break, I'll be watching Benfica's games so that I can know more about this kid because in the summer we almost signed him, but I think it was too late. So hopefully he do well, and then we'll wait and see at the end of the season how things progress. Like I said, I'll be watching Benfica's game so that I can know more about this kid because now I'm too late. I'm just seeing clips and videos are not good enough. You need to see the player yourself, and then you can judge him by watching him rather than watching comms and clips and everything.
Yeah, I did a bit of a research, nothing serious, just to compare him with our current centre backs. I think, yeah, he will be um, a good inclusion to our squad. He's good defender. He beats them in many metrics, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's see. People in the chat, coach used to hype Bakayoko. You can't. I never hyped, but I didn't hype Bakayoko. I just again, I my argument at the time was yeah, something isn't quite right. I hardly miss my mark whenever I hype a player because it takes a lot for me to do that. But go away, Jay. Fighting you, how do you mean, Coachella? You don't get it? I just debate. Maybe I'm saying fighting in the wrong way, DJ. You should know, bro. You're my bro. It's all love. When I say fighting, I mean debate. You like to debate me and we never agree. It's not a bad thing. You know that. You know you're my bro. And I love you. All right, let's move on. Thomas Araújo, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly and not butchering it. We're here, and then we go here. Thomas Araújo versus Tosin Adarabi Oyo. Oyo, okay. Araújo is better aerially. He's better with progressive. No, that's Tosin. Tosin is better aerially, so to speak. Tosin is better in terms of progressive passes. Forward pass, don't know. Araujo better with passes overall, better with ball carrying, better with dues. One so far. Tussen hasn't he doesn't even come close in terms of that defensive action. Araujo a bit better, so you could argue he's a better defender than Tussen. Maybe Tussen is just more experienced. You want to say anything about that, Tobejo?
Yeah, like you said, so far so good, so far so good. But again, really we need more. But I understand Tosin is more taller than him, so it makes sense.
So maybe he's quicker than Tosin, but I still think we need Tosin to start playing in the Premier League, in my opinion. Before we move to the next comparison we have up there, let me read a bit of what we have in the chat. DJ has said something. Maybe he gets it now. Let's see. What else do we have here? Maya, the rabbi, saying top player Thomas, a very technical defender. I think DJ will know him well since he plays in Portugal. The problem is that I'm not considering if he's ready for the Premier League. You're not sure if it's ready for the Premier League. I mean, if he's good, he's good. But yeah, lack of Premier League experience will almost always be an issue. Coach Ayo, so I can call him Ayo, but I do call him Tosin Adarabioyo. Spell his name properly. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you for that, educating me on how to spell his name. And DJ Sav is saying all this transfer trash coming out about Nkunku is nonsense. I get he wants more game time and it's fully fit, but the season is long and he will get that game time. Felix is saying, and his thing, and when he gets the opportunity in the Premier League, show the manager, yeah, you need to be starting. In the Conference League, he's shown that. At the time, I actually, when people were saying he's really knocking on the door, I said actually he's actually knocked down the door. But when he got the opportunity, especially when we're losing games, when we were under pressure, he was brought on, and he had the opportunity to help us get a better result, and he hasn't performed. And in midweek, actually, when playing in Europe, his body language comes across as if, yeah, he's disinterested. That's not okay. And Maresca is the sort of manager, if that continues, he may well decide, that's it, I'm done with you. Just like he said in one of his presses, that if you're not playing in the Premier League and during midweek you're not given 100%, that he's going to drop you. I know he's probably the best finisher we have at the club right now, but he has to control his demeanor, maybe, or body language. Otherwise, the manager will sense it differently and probably would drop him. Look at Renato. What's his not Renato Viega? Pedro Neto. If it wasn't for the international, if it is wasn't for the international break, I tell you right now that he's probably going to be starting consistently, and then the manager will be rotating other players. Yeah, Nkunku needs just to control his emotions, behave professionally, perform at the highest level that I know he can. Because the more he's harboring the contempt of not playing in the Premier League, but in midweek only, I think it will start showing even without him knowing. That's a problem, and I think his body language is showing that he's not happy. And I'm not surprised that we started seeing reports of his about with regards to his future. And something I mentioned in the morning, I think it was during the last international break before this one, when he was a reporter asked him a question with regards to his future of PSG, rumors about PSG being interested in signing, something to that effect, and his response was that he hadn't heard from them at that time, which for me it's a bit reflective of his mindset. Usually players will tell you, I'm happy at Chelsea, and yeah, I haven't heard anything from them, but currently I'm happy at Chelsea. He didn't even go to the extent of saying that he's still a Chelsea player and he's happy at Chelsea. So a lot of people will take whatever they see out there, put two and two together, and if it makes sense, it does make sense to them, they will run with it, unfortunately. And great, he says, let's say what he has here. Okay, he's talking about Araújo, great ball playing centre back, and it can make line breaking passes. But do we need another non-physical centre back? Is Tabejo, is he not physical?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet, because, like I said, I need to watch him, because I've just seen videos, and then videos are not good enough. So I'll be watching him, coach. I'll let you know after the international break.
Yeah, watching him play for 90 minutes, I think will make a whole lot of difference rather than just going by comps on YouTube and all that. But let's see what happens. We need to mix it up a bit. This is you can say he's physical. You can say he can be physical and can and a leader too, but the once again the Bozo moment, typical Bozo moment issue is a serious problem. All I know about him is that he can break defensive lines, so maybe you need to watch him more. Let's see what else we have. They keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes will go a long way, and we have a lot of excellent ball playing defenders here, and they're all excellent passer of the ball. Levi Kowa should actually be playing in the midfield, in my opinion. Tosin is excellent. He has excellent passing range, Badiashile, excellent passer range. Yeah. But let's see what happens. The media like talking nonsense, especially when it comes to Chelsea. They hate us. It's a joke. I think I understand where you're coming from. Let's see. Big up to you too, Rain. Big up, Rain. Nice to see you out. I hope you're doing well. If PSG wants him, coach would jump into the shot list for him. Let's see what. Oh, if PSG wants Raul, you're saying. I don't think they want him. I haven't seen anything except maybe I missed it. I can see Carney Chilwell gone in January. We are linked to Ruben Diaz. Yeah, I did see that, but I think that one, I'm not buying that one. I'm not buying the rumors again linking us with a move for Ruben Diaz.
Well,
Every international break, the spotlight comes on us and our players with the same rubbish being printed. It was Palmer and Lavia at the last international break. Now it's Nkunku, Felix, and KDH's turn. Yeah, unfortunately. Go ahead. You were saying something.
yeah, if the rumors are true about Ruben Diaz, would you take him at Chelsea?
I would. His experience, and he's a good centre back, and I think we lack leadership again in our defensive line. So if the manager doesn't trust Tosin to enough to lead that back line, signing Ruben Diaz would be a good move. But do I think it happens? No, I don't think so. It looks like Nightbot is not working. I'm gonna try to bring him back to life. If that's the case, told ya we cannot make place for both Felix and Nkunku. I knew this situation will arrive, but not this soon. I am surprised. That's the thing. That's what big clubs do. And if any of them isn't comfortable with competing with his team, with his teammate, then yeah, I'd let that person go. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you have a lot of big name players that are good, actually, because they're all excellent players. And Kunku, excellent finisher. João Felix can play number 9, 10. I think after Cole Palmer, he's the most effective at fulfilling the number 10 role. We cannot
And
sub
Kun-
Palmer. He can make something happen. Okay, good. No, Dante probably sleeping right now. The time difference is crazy.
mm,
So, Tabitha, anything else you want to say before we move on? We'll continue our
yeah,
case
yeah.
back.
Just to add what Jay is saying about players being unhappy, I think for this season, these players need to make sure that we qualify for the Champions League, and because after the next season we're going to have more rotation than what we are having at the moment. So, for example, Nkunku will play the league or the Champions League, even Palma, everyone. So, I hope this season we make it in the top four, even in the top five, if it's possible. You go to the Champions League maybe by those calculations that they normally do in UEFA. Then we go to the Champions League. I think we're going to have heavy players. So, yeah, man. And then we need to win the Conference League also, just to lift up these players.
Here's the irony of the whole thing. If we again make it into top four, yeah, and definitely you can say uh, by the time we get next season, now those playing in the Premier League will not be happy they're not playing the Champions League. Yeah, I think the difference is just because the other competition is the Conference League, and the players clearly don't respect that competition very well, unfortunately. So the irony of it, once again, if we make it into the championship, if we become part of the Champions League next season, those playing in the Premier League will not be happy they're not playing in the Champions League. It's funny, really. I will take a Ruben Diaz anytime. I think I will. Yeah, he's an excellent player and I like him. Let's see. For sure, Diaz, a class player and has the experience we need to glue our back four because our biggest issue right now is our back line. I get it. If we get a traditional number 9 to mix things up again in the final thought, that's still fine. Yeah. So let's see what else we have here. Together, Nkunku will get his sense. I think he will, but he needs to you can say, control his body language, because I think it's becoming clear. The last time he played for us in Europe, he seemed, for me, did come across to me as if he was disinterested. I could be wrong, but that's just me anyway. Yes, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go along with 68 people following the show, only 18 on YouTube, the rest on X. And if you're following the show on X, just know that we appreciate you, because you following the show alone does go along with. But please, do us a favor, take a second, drop a like on the video, and also do follow our X account to help us get to 5,000 followers on X. We do appreciate you. Jackson going for AFCON in January. Yeah, so that will make a whole lot of difference. Good one there, Nemaya. I like that. Coach also hyped Falcao. Just do you see what he's trying to do there? So Araujo, you could argue better than Tosin, but it's balanced. It's pretty much 50-50. Tosin better aerially, progressive passes, and yeah, it's pretty much balanced. But yeah, experience Tosin. So Araujo versus Badia Chile. Araujo better at ball carrying, better aerially, better in terms of duels. Progressive passes from Badiashile is better than that. Forward passes better than that. It's all about Badiashile's thing is just pass. Yeah, I think we have a lot of defenders that are good at that aspect. Let's see what else. Maresca just needs to make his substitutions early, not giving Nkunku 7 minutes to make an impact, and before Tebejo blasts me on Maresca. I am not knocking him. I'm not. Tebejo, you better blast him. Whereas I'm not knocking him, just saying, I think we all can agree. Heston, there was a game actually that I thought Nkunku should start. Jackson started, and I think he scored 2 goals in that particular game. There were games that actually, like when we played against teams that defended deep, I wanted Nkunku to start over Nicholas Jackson.
West Ham.
Yeah, go
West
ahead.
Ham game.
Yeah,
You
I
said
wanted.
West
Yeah.
Ham game.
Was it West Ham game? Okay, there were games I wanted Nkunku to start over Jackson, because Nkunku, he's better of a navigating traffic in the box. He's good at finding good, effective solutions in tight spaces, but Jackson, not so much. Jackson, there has to be tons of space in most cases for him to be effective. And yeah, so, but I think we're blessed to have them both. Maybe if they all continue to show good attitude, as I believe they're doing right now, and the manager will balance the rotation a bit more. I don't think Jackson is going to AFCON will affect us. I don't think so either. If anything, we'll start playing even better than a lot of people will say. We'll ask him to stay in Africa, because we can still drift back to Palma, second striker, and Nkunku false 9. There's also João Felix. Yeah. That's also João Felix we must not forget. Yeah, I agree with you. Anything else? You want to say anything about the comparison, Tabejo?
No, it's actually it's a night and day. That's why, like I've been saying, I don't think at the moment we need to buy a center back in January, but in the summer we need to make a decision. We need to sell likes of Barishile if they're not improving, Axel Disasi if they're not improving, then we buy upgrade from what we have. For example, let's say buy a player with a similar attribute, just like Fofana or better than him, same as Levi. We don't want the players who will be low, like we're having at the moment, because it's annoying. For example, like we've been talking about Levi. Sometimes he needs to be dropped, but again, would you drop Levi for Bernard Badishile at the moment? You don't do that, because Badishile sometimes is good, sometimes he's bad. That's the issue. So we need to make upgrades in terms of that.
Here's where I'm concerned. I like Badishile, and I know he's a good player, but the only thing he's done consistently under Maresca is passing. And you can see that on the on the spider chart on the screen. Passing. That's one thing he does. Even Levi Colwell, he hasn't, you can say, defensively performed consistently in terms of his defensive contributions, but passing he's been excellent at it. That I like. I'd even take him, start him if I were the manager, just because of his passing ability, really, because I enjoy it. And what I like the most is that he likes to keep him on the carpet too. Maya, the rapper, nice to see you once again. DJ is fighting me, but it's okay. I was just kidding on a serious note. Jay, no. Don't praise me. We're fighting. Jay, much love, bro. Much love, much love. And a serious note, coach actually has great ball knowledge. He made me invest in that. I don't want to talk to you again. And I'm serious. You're my enemy. I agree with DJ's point. I do agree. He made a good point there. For jokes aside, I know Igbali will banish the Sasi and Badia Shile if it's time to leave and they refuse to leave. But I think Badia Shile stays. For the club to have gone to the extent of releasing a statement saying they're not looking to sell him, to quench or maybe to quash the rumors that were out there at the time suggesting that we're looking to sell him, and mentioning clubs that were interested at the time. Chimera, the HR person of the H places here. Kuchila is the biggest hype man. Wow. If he saw my bad defender, he'd say I did great. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna get you. The Sassy, another Maguire. The Sassy on goal. Yep, the Sassy and Badiashile will be at Crystal Palace as a Southampton player real soon. We'll see. I think Badiashile will still be here. I don't think the club would have gone to the extent of releasing a statement if they don't want to keep him. He's good. That's a good player in there. But after that injury, a lot's changed. He's not been the same ever, unfortunately. So the next comparison is here. Is Tomás Araújo with Wesley Fofana. Ooh. And the volume of games pretty much the same. And Fofana has actually played more. Ooh. He smoked him. He practically enveloped Wesley Fofana with his numbers. The only two metrics where they're closest: ball carrying and defensive actions. But you could argue Fofana isn't, you could say, quite 100% yet. And we saw what he's capable of doing against Arsenal when, again, but let's hear you, Tobeho.
Wow.
You haven't seen this, right? He smoked him.
Yeah, he smoked him. That's how I will always say this. We actually have good scouts. These scouts are scouting top talent that you actually not aware of. Oh my gosh, I thought Fafana was maybe better than him, but after seeing this, very impressively. Wow,
Very.
very
He
very
smoked
very.
him, really. And this highlights the fact that, as well as what Fofana has done, you could argue Tosin actually has done better than him. I don't know what's the volume of games Tosin has played for us. Where's Tosin? Badia Shile. Tosin should be this one. Adarabi Oyo. Tosin has played what? Okay, that's 23-24. But it still doesn't matter. It still shows you their abilities. But this one here, he enveloped. Was that the one we're looking for? Is it this one? Not Levi Kowa. We're looking for the one with Wesley Fofana. Yeah, he smoked him. But go ahead with what you were saying. All right, let's see. Looks like I've lost Tobeho. Yep, I think that's the case there. Let's see. Or even bring Rudiger back. I heard he has had a fallout with Carlo Ancelotti and has been training by himself. I don't know. I really do not know about Rudiger. Even Christensen, I've seen hashtag free Christensen. It looks like he hasn't played much on the Hansi Flick. I've not been following, but that seems to be the case because a lot of Chelsea fans are calling for the club to see if they can bring him back. I don't know. It wouldn't be bad, but I don't know about other Chelsea fans. Some felt like he betrayed us, like he jumped the ship when we needed him the most. Yeah. Um. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Yeah. Maya, the rapper, is saying, bring in Araújo for Fafana because of what you're looking on the screen. Uh.
Coach, can you hear me now?
Yeah. I can hear you crystal clear. Were you saying something?
No, I thought your system was bad, but it seems like it was mine. I'm just
Yeah, it
come
was
back.
your. It was your black market internet connection.
Yeah, Dante really is trying to hack us while he's sleeping.
His Dante's internet connection is from dollar store. Yeah. Really, we need to capitalize on the Rudiger transfer situation, maybe, but I don't believe that. I think I've seen something, a report that did say something to that effect. I wouldn't mind, but how? I don't know how many Chelsea fans will feel about that, given the fact that the way he left us, a lot of people still think he jumped ship. But that's, by the way, they can keep Christensen. We don't need him. Has he? It doesn't look like he's played any game on the Hansi Flick. I don't know why I haven't been paying attention. Has he, Tebejo? I don't think he has. I'm not hearing you. You're on mute, bro. Your
Can you hear
sound
me?
isn't coming through.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Crystal clear.
No, the guy is injured at the moment.
Oh, he's out injured. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it
Yeah,
makes
but
sense. And he's
let me,
one of those
let me
players that
double
I
check.
can say they can keep him, really. Let him keep him. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Let me double check for you, and then I'll let you know.
All right. All right, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Wow, Tobacco, your background is just awesome, man. You were unlucky
Thank you.
not to have won that at competition because it was close.
Yeah, it was close, but
It was
again,
close.
I'm happy for the winner because it's a competition.
Yeah, and it was a good one, really. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go along with what else do we have? Yeah, Chimera, go away. Much love, my bro. I know. Let's not allow your ball knowledge deficiency come between our friendship. Just leave me alone and go away, man. I don't like you, Jay, and you and you know that I don't like you one bit, and I don't want to talk with you right now. Just leave me the heck alone
Yeah,
and
Christensen
go
is
back to
injured,
work if
coach.
you're work. He's injured.
Yeah, it is coming back early December.
Okay, he will come back early December. Okay, not bad for him. What else do we have here? Hi, coach and Blues family, Jabulani Zumalo. Is it pronounced Malo? How do you pronounce it, Tubeho?
Ndumalo, yes,
Malo.
Ndumalo,
Malo.
yes, correct.
Okay. Jabulani Malo. Nice to see you, brother. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to be part of the show this particular morning. Thank you. He says, hi, coach and Blues family. Chilwell, this is C. Badiashile Chukwuemeka exiting Chelsea next season. Badiashile staying. This is C. Probably gone. That's just my opinion anyway, but we'll
Yeah,
find out. The CEO of Chelsea FC, Jingles, is in the house. Jude Mesole, nice to see you. My bro, I hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Never take your ex back is a rule, especially if they dumped you when you need them. I like this. Where is the how do I will laugh at this, but I need something to celebrate this. That's top-notch comment
delicious.
right there. Should I do let's do the confetti. I like that. I do like that, really. I like that from Jude Mesole. I do love that, really. Let's see what else we have here. Dante at the Australian headquarters trying to. Yeah. You know him, and we would tell him. He's the reason we struggled in the morning, and he was in the chat laughing at us. I like how we always fall for the first part. Yeah, exactly. You get me on it. But here's the thing I'm going to learn quickly. If I see your comment, I'll just read it before I bring it before I bring it up, but it's all fun. So from now on, we're gonna be celebrating delicious comments in the chat, and that one was seriously delicious from Jude Mesole, and I love it. Yep. So let's look at anything else here. Don't cry when Poch comes back to Chelsea. Let's see what else you have. Yeah, then yeah, one more comparison I think, and that's against Levi Colwell. Levi Colwell with passes, we know that he has excellent passing range, progressive passes to be more specific. But you could argue overall he's better than a lot of our defenders currently. Tosin beats him for aerial ability and all that percentage. He will be a good addition to our squad. I don't know him. You say you don't know how physical, whether he can be physical, because that's usually a sign a player would do well in the Premier League.
Yeah, I don't know how physical he is at the moment.
Hmm.
Let me let me check on the FB ref. I'll let you know.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you, bro, for joining. For helping the brother. It would have been just me yapping and waffling. Keep dropping the likes and the shim people. The likes do go along. We sincerely do appreciate you all. We go back to the presentation window because we have a lot of again, not a lot, but we will go news hunting as usual on Vincent's X feed to see if anything new has emerged there. Get the X away from from the club. Let's see what else we have here. And Maya is saying, "Don't worry, he's in Miami preparing for World Cup. I don't miss him at all. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Yeah, thank you indeed. And I like that really. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's go back to the presentation window. I think we have to. We're here. Levi Cowell. Yep. Araujo, a much, you can say, much better player, and minutes are pretty much the same. And this is both are for 24-25 season. No difference. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. We dumped him. And he ran to the United States and didn't get any job, any other club job in Europe. That's because yeah, he sucked really, in my opinion. But I hate talking about our ex. Again, you and Maya, you started this. So let's move on to the next thing we have here. Let me see if Nightbot if he has come to work. So listen, I'm developing something so more like again specific for Chelsea perspective followers or subscribers. It's going to be ready around January. You could call it web app. We're also working on getting the mobile app for it. You'll be able to chat, post comments, reply comments, repost comments, delete comments, just like you do on Twitter. And then you will have a lineup build an app where you can build an application, and then download it if you want to, or build it and share it. My hope is to get it done by January, and I think you will all love it. I promised that the lineup building exercise app that I built, I was going to share it with the community. Yeah, I changed my mind. I'm sorry. After putting out the work, I think if you need it, you have to join the app to use it. But that's by the way, let's see, Punch out. Higher. Okay, I'm not reading that. I'm going away from that. So let's go news hunter. Now this is Vincent's X feed. I'm gonna refresh it to make sure we have if anything new has emerged since the show started, would be able to see it on the screen there. And while you wait for that page to load, if you have any questions to drop it in the chat, I'll be happy to try to answer your question. And I cannot guarantee you that I know everything you'll be asked. Something, and if that chances are, if you ask me a question I don't know, I pretend I don't see it. So let's see what Tobeho has to show us. You'd have to read it because I can't see it, but it looks like everything is green, 99 percentile, right, or 90 percentile plus, right? But I
Yeah,
think I'm
but
gonna let's go ahead.
you can go to FB ref and then search his name. You can see his stats there. Amazing
Um,
stats.
I hate opening FBRF on my page. Can you zoom out? Maybe I'll see it because you know why? It's a lot of pop-ups can slow down my system, and I don't have an ad blocker on that screen because some apps will not load well.
It's clear now.
Yeah, I could see it, but let me see. How about footystats.org? Let me try and do footystats.org. Maybe that will help.
Yeah,
Can you zoom out a bit? When you zoom out more, then you drag it to the left, drag it to the center. Right? Zoom out a bit more, or zoom in, so to speak. No, 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 no. But okay, make it bigger. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Yep, there you go. Wow. Okay, let's see everything. Yeah, AK 81 percentile. What else does he have there? Shots and total 67. Assists, how many assists? 0.6, 1 per 90 minutes. Wow, he's good.
yeah,
Pass
very good. Good.
completion 88.3. Pass okay. Progressive passes 0.91 per 90 minutes. Tackles 2.20 per 90 minutes. Interception 1.36 per 90 minutes. Blocks 1.06 per 90 minutes. Clearances 2.20 per 90 minutes. Aerials 2.96 per
Wow.
90 minutes. Wow. He's a fine player, and I think we should get him, really.
So I
I
just
think
want to check his defensive action, so which is
yeah.
very
Okay,
important.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's look at it. Okay, for defensive actions, tackles one per 90 minutes is 1 point. No, tackles in total
Two
two
point.
point two zero per 90 minutes, and that's 90 percentile plus. Tackles 1.59 per 90 minutes. That's excellent. Okay, in the defensive third, tackles 1.36 per 90 minutes. Wow. Tackles in the midfield area, so he leaves his line, just like this. That sort of
Mm,
thing that Tosin does, which is good. 0 point, because sometimes if you're waiting for your sixes to get the job done, if you can reach the ball quickly, you should. Otherwise, if you wait for a sixes to get the job done all the time, you'd be in trouble. Dribbles challenge 1.67 per 90 minutes. Dribbles tackled 1.06 per 90 minutes. Wow. Okay. Challenges lost 0.61 per 90 minutes. That's not bad. Blocks
mm,
1.06 per 90 minutes. Shots blocked 0.36 per 90 minutes. Passes blocked 0.66. Wow. Interceptions 1.36 per 90 minutes. He's an excellent player, really. And I'm
yeah.
glad we took time to compare him to our current players to see that, yeah, he's practically better than them. But thank you for sharing that, bro. I appreciate that. That's excellent collaboration between us, and I like how he was able to switch effectively. So yeah, what else do we have here before we go back to news hunting? I think I opened something by mistake. Where did I stop? I read that. Maya comment read this one. He says, Coach, do you think we sell players and sign in January? Which I think we're going to sign.
Selling.
But it doesn't have to be January, just like Fabrizio said. We are exploring the center back market, and chances are we sign a player in January or in the summer. Um, Not certainly January. Not for sure. No, yeah, he did say something to that effect. Go ahead, Tabeho. Were you saying something?
Selling players, I think we would. For example, Ben Chilwell, maybe Kani might be go on loan or sell permanently. We're still not sure. So those two players, I'm looking at them. Maybe even who's that again? Guihi. Guihi. Man, I'm so bad on pronouncing his surname. He might go loan if you go for a striker
Or Mark
because
Gui?
yeah, Magui. Because Enzo Maresca, like the report said, he was not happy that we couldn't sign a striker. And if Jackson is not firing, we might go for a striker. You'll never
Yeah,
know.
chances I would do that, but I don't think we'd go for expensive strikers, because if we're talking about getting a more traditional number nine, I don't think we want to pay that much money for a player that only gets to play in certain games, in my opinion. But let's see what happens here, and Oh my goodness, Jay, just leave me alone, please. I'm trying to host a show here. Poch was never going to be our long-term manager. I think even he knew that was the case. Yeah, even he knew that was the case. That was why the moment he felt like he stabilized the ship, he found again he didn't hesitate to leave. The fans didn't want him in the first place. Yep. You look at stats for the start of season, and we have made the best start to the season for a while now. Enzo Maresca is doing what Poch didn't do. There were again that period when we were conceding tons of goals, and people, even Potter didn't do the same thing. Our two exes didn't do that. We were begging them adopt a more defensive approach. Do something that will help protect our leaky defensive line. They didn't do that. But our current manager is doing that, and I'm glad I realized immediately that was exactly what he was doing. The fact that we were scoring tons of goals, but at the same time we were conceding tons of goals, so he wants that to stop. So the draws against Man United and Arsenal, I'm not pained because I know exactly what he's doing. Even that, like Enzo Fernandez to be on the pitch. Yep, some players will be sold. Yeah, when it could be January. Yeah, it could be summer. Don't we have another hotel? What did I do to you, Jill? Okay, we need one clinical ruthless. I can't pronounce that word. Goal scorer up front. Hence, I keep glancing at those men. If his price tag and salary would be affordable, it will never be. And I don't want us to sign him. And I've explained why. And I'm not going to get into that now. But that's just my opinion. Jabulani, let's go news hunting right now. And why would do that? If you have any questions, drop it in. I'd be glad to answer your question. Okay, big chances created by Chelsea players in the Premier League this season. Palmer 10, Neto 4. Neto probably that number will, if he continues to play in the Premier League, start in the Premier League, he will double that number because he likes to make assists. I don't want to expand that. Jackson 3, Caicedo 3 from a deeper position. Sancho 2, Mudryk 2, Enzo Fernandez 1, and the rest whoever comes next is 1. And I don't want to see that. Tobias, you have anything to add to that?
No, 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 no. But one thing I would like to add is that I need more from our players, especially likes of Noni Mariweke. After the
Mm.
Wolves game, it's been on and off, so we need to have a proper conversation about him. But again, he still have a boy. He just need to maintain the same level he did against Wolves, and then the fans will be happy.
When you say that for instance let's see if we can agree on that first. When you said that Pedro Neto, again, we've always known that he preferred playing on the right. When you say that, again, would be better of deploying him on the right hand side when again play Mudryk on the left hand side, Mudryk um or what's his name, Jadon Sancho, depending on the opposition.
Yeah, I would like that. That's what Enzo Maresca said. Enzo Maresca, I mean, he said that Noni Madueke will compete with Petro Neto, but at the moment we're not seeing that because Misha is playing conference league games and even the cup games, so he's managing the game time. Unfortunately, even Sancho is not there. If Sancho is available, I think Noni would have been holding bench at the moment. So we'll wait and see after the international break what will happen. So that's my take for now, coach. Because Noni Madueke needs to be dropped so that he knows that he needs to fight for his place.
Yeah, it does seem as if he's taking the opportunity he's had for granted. Maybe not he's doing because yeah, class is temporarily. We have to be honest with that. Yeah, form, so to speak, in football is temporarily. It's not permanent. Every now and then you lose form for one reason or the other. You see, Madueke is not on the big chances list. That hat trick blinded us. It didn't blind me. Maybe you, bro. Maya the rapper, let me tell you this. It did not blind me. I've always known that he's selfish. That's a good player in there. And chances are the more polished, or maybe the more relatable language would be, the more experienced he becomes, the more polished he'd be. That's the more relatable way to phrase it. So the more experienced he becomes, the more polished he'd be, and the less selfish he'd be, and then he'd become a better player. Listen, I have issue with the fact that in most cases he's more selfish than he is selfless. Usually when a player is more selfless than he is selfish, that's nothing. People don't complain too much. But you hear a lot of people complaining how selfish he can be, and that's, you can argue, one of his biggest problems. And Pedro Neto isn't like that. He's all, again, whenever he has the ball, on either flanks, he's almost always looking up to see if there be a better position player to pass the ball to. And already look at how many chances he's created already. Um, yeah, so I do agree with you. I'm looking towards Gyökeres now. We might lose him. I think everything comes down to how serious we are. If we really want them, I've learned that our owners, if they want a player, that get him. It's the only thing that will probably lead to us not getting him is if it's not if he decides again, if he wouldn't accept our the construct, you can say, the sort of salary of heavily incentivized salary that we offer to our new signings, that may well be an issue.
Yeah,
Nani should be relegated to the bench after this attitude. Here's
nah,
why the attitude thing, maybe we're not reading it correctly. I've seen a situation where players, when they're subbed off, they know they were poor, leading to them reacting in that manner. That may well have been the case in the case of Nani Madueke. Or maybe he's just not happy that he's been taken off, not just because he played badly. But I'd say probably maybe because he played badly. But when he repeats, then I don't think we have enough sample. We don't have enough sample size to conclude that he was showing dissent to the manager because he was subbed off. Go ahead with what you wanted to say to Bill.
yeah. I want to ask you a question here because I've been seeing this a lot. Chelsea, let's say, Petro Neto, even regimes. I think those two players are doing more than other players.
Mhm.
They are crossing the ball in the penalty area at the moment, and we don't have the striker to finish it. So, do you think that is a concern that every time NATO is creating delicious chances and then there's no striker who's there to finish it? Because as much as we love Nicholas Jackson, I don't think Ariel is good enough to win those aerial duels to score header chances. For example, against Arsenal, Petronet, I think he made two or three delicious passes. Even Rich James, when he came in, I think he made a one pass, but there was no striker there to finish those chances. Do you think we need a striker that can dominate aerially?
Um, Jean Felix is actually good aerially, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying a striker,
Okay.
about a striker.
Yeah. Here's where the question, what I've always told people. We do I think we need a striker? Yeah, we need one that's not just you say we don't need a Romelu Lukaku type of striker. We need striker in the mode of Harry Kane. That's the striker that will be suitable for Enzo Maresca's approach. Because Maresca is not into uh, um you can say he's not into approaching games in a manner that the moment we get to the final third, we channel all our goal scoring chances through a single individual. He doesn't do that. He doesn't. So we must be cautious with regards to this profile of striker we're asking. Do we need one? We need one. And I don't think that one in question is Osimhen for reasons I've explained. As good as Osimhen is as a number 9, he's not that good in terms of dropping deep, participating in the play, and you can say he thrives in a system where he'd be the focal point. And I don't think Maresca plays this game where a single individual will be the focal point. I think he prefers a more fluid approach. And for me, as a football loving individual, I prefer a more fluid approach. That way, you can never stop a team that you can say that's a that's learned to work together. I think we'll be fine. Why? Because Pedro Neto, he's not quite on the same wavelength with his teammates. Once that happens, I think a majority of the opportunities we create will be converted to goals. But right now, we're not quite there in terms of team chemistry and wavelength, but we're seeing togetherness at the level we appreciate. We're seeing, you can say, passion. We're seeing commitment at the level we appreciate. But the players being in the same wavelength hasn't quite reached where it should be yet. And when that happens, we'll be converting majority of our chances. So if we're gonna get a number 9, let's just be cautious with regards to the sort of number 9 we get. And I'd say this Osimhen isn't that not sort of number 9. Gyökeres may be, because he has a lot more to his game than Osimhen, in my opinion. Osimhen, I'm not saying he's not good technically, but all his life he's operated as number 9. And signing Osimhen, we could experience, you could say, part 2 of the Lukaku Chelsea movie. And I'll explain why I say that. I know you've heard me say that before, but for the sake of the listeners, I'm going to say that again. If you pay anything north of 50, let's say if you pay even 60 million pounds for Osimhen, and chances are he could still end up going for that low, for a price low as that. If you sign him, Chelsea fans know him as a goal scorer. They would want him to replicate his best season at Napoli. Why is that not possible if he joins Chelsea? It's not going to be possible because the basics of Maresca's approach includes, you can say, includes overloading different areas on the pitch, and also being fluid in the attacking area, where the guy on the flanks can come central, and you'd see the guy that started in the left flank on the right hand side, and the number 9 guy being on the left flank. Osimhen, if he joins Chelsea, it'd be a matter of him starting in certain games. And if he's not starting in certain games, he ends up after a season not measuring the sort of performance he showed at his best season in Italy. Fans would turn on him, not even paying attention to the fact that the manager's approach doesn't make him, that he's not the focal point at Chelsea. Goals will be spread between midfielders, wingers, and 10s. If you get my point, the fans would turn against him, and not even minding the manager's primary approach will be a huge issue for Osimhen. If Mourinho was our manager, I'd say bring him. That's the sort of striker he'd be the best player again in the world under Jose Mourinho, one of the best strikers in the world, so to speak. That's just my opinion anyway. We want a number 9. Do I think Osimhen is that guy? I'd say no. The same way I said, I'd say what's his name, Lukaku wasn't going to be a good signing for us. I wanted him to succeed, and had the manager had Thomas Tuchel decided to adopt an approach where Lukaku, where he'd be our focal point, I think probably he would have done better than he did, and that's in my opinion. So I'm tired of trying to explain why I don't want to cement at Chelsea, but that's a small opinion anyway. People have their respective opinion. God forbid FFP comes down on us. Our owners will have no more hotels to sell. No bailouts. This is why it is vital we get top 4. And you can argue they were being proactive. The football, again, financial landscape, I think that'd be correct, has changed in the sense that, there's so much that you can spend, irrespective of how much you have. I think you know that yourself. So we were proactive and we signed a lot of players, a lot of good players, some of the best young talents in world football, and all of them will mature gradually and become starters for us. And I've been telling people we low-key have the best owners in world football. A lot of people on X wanted to kill me, and I'm still saying that. I think I know why Madueke stopped contributing. Palmer drifted to the left side. Now Madueke
No,
was killing it because he and Palmer were linking up very well. Okay.
yeah.
I do it not for the first time. Are you I'm not sure I understand what you're saying there, bro. I also don't get why Maresca drifted Palmer to the left side and made Gusto play that overload with Madueke as a 10. It is killing Madueke because maybe I need to pay attention to what's going on again when the game starts. And GFC,
Yeah.
Gobert! Nice to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Just say hello to all good. Just saying hello. Okay. He says, I don't want a striker. I want to go score. I think that's another delicious comment. Really, I want to go score. I don't care what he is called, as long as he puts away the chances. You are on the road today, bro. We need to celebrate that. Honestly, I love that comment. What should I use here? Not balloons, really. Let's go with not confetti. Let's go with yeah, stage light. Right. That's a delicious comment from my bro, and I like that really. But sorry, the system is disappointing. It's so slow. All right, what else do we have here? I'm gonna keep reading. The lights will go up. Yes, more lights, people. Nightbot did not come to work today. Yes, Gyökeres and perhaps Kunha is a lot similar to what we have. I'd say what's the key we wanted at Aston Villa, but unfortunately we're not gonna get him for cheap again from Aston Villa.
And Durant.
Yeah, Kunha, yeah, Durant. Kunha, it's too similar to the players we already have now. If Wolves fits the profile, okay, fits the profile. Kunha of Wolves. Okay, fits the profile of the kind of striker that can catapult Chelsea to much needed greater heights. Well, I'd say Duran rather. Duran can he's not perfect technically, but I think he fit in perfectly and is still young and can adapt. He's a top striker coach. He's has to implement what he did, replicate what he did at Napoli. 50 million is a lot of money. Do I think we'll pay that much? If Osimhen, if the price comes down to 50, 60, I think Chelsea will sign him. Seeing given again how we pushed to get the deal over the line in the summer. Tabuha, I see you're sharing something. I'm gonna again click on it in a bit. Here we go again. Coachella on not wanting Osimhen. I knew he wasn't gonna be happy to be here. It looks like we haven't stopped because the fight doesn't stop until we'll sign a striker with that striker because is Osimhen or not? We'll find out. I'm gonna go back. Go ahead, Tabeo. You were saying something.
Yeah, you know what? I think as much as I love Victor Osman, I think Victor Gogoret is a perfect fit for the striker role. If you watch him, this guy, man, oh my gosh, he runs 90 minutes and he doesn't play in the same position.
Yeah.
On the left, on the right, in the middle, scoring free kicks, scoring headers. Oh man, this guy is so good, man. I want him at Chelsea. I want him at Chelsea. But will we buy him? I don't know. He's a fantastic striker, coach.
Probably not gonna be cheap. And chances are if he has
Yeah,
multiple options, if it's not something we're gonna achieve again, finishing the Champions League place, probably he might not want to come to us. But let's see what happens really. Tabeo, honestly, I love your background, man. It's the color is balanced. It's not screaming. I don't like I like cool colors, warm colors, and the colors of that African art with the Chelsea themed African art is just beautiful. Actually thought yours was gonna win it, but your competitor he played it well. The next art competition will be different though. You have to come on. That person has to come onto the panel and explain and make the artwork make sense. But that's by the way. Maya is saying, "I want a goal scorer. Just put the ball in the back of the net." I don't care how, but just give us 30 goals per season. 30 goals, I'm asking, just 15 would be nice because a lot of our players will be scoring goals. Our wingers will be scoring goals. 10 will be scoring goals. Defenders will be scoring goals. That's the sort of you could say if you share goals around like that, it's a winning. You can say usually it's a sign that you're going to win. Because if they stop your number 9, wingers will score, or 10 will score, or something like that. But this is another delicious comment. Even though that's a tap in Maya, we're going to give it to you anyway. What do you think, Tabel? Should we celebrate that? Even though it's a tap in. All right, let's do
Yeah, it's
fireworks
a
for Maya.
tap-in.
That's a good one. But it's a tap in Maya. Someone else already said that. All right, we want a striker. We want somebody to put the ball in the back of the net. Whether the person is called a 10, a 9, a winger, it doesn't matter. Just be efficient and put the ball in the back of the net consistently whenever it comes your way. The Prince is here. Big up the Prince. Nice to see you. I do appreciate you finding the time to join the show, and thank you so much. Let's see what else we have here. My brother Kuchila, Srinath Govindarajan. Nice to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Always bringing in the best content in Chelsea media. I appreciate you, bro. We need some. That's what he says here. We need some Doc Arts back. Been missing since Rudy, Diego Costa, and Rudiger knows to play ugly when needed. Yep, keep the blue flag flying high. He says. I think I agree. Rudiger is excellent. And he does it even though it comes across as if he's overdoing it. It's actually subtle. He doesn't overdo it, but still he unsettles the player. I'd like him back. The question is, would again majority of the Chelsea fans want him back at the club? I honestly do not know. Gyökeres or Osimhen for me. Just remove Osimhen from them, my friend. Seen enough of both players. He's saying they will. So can you share that again? I will click on it in a bit. Sorry, if you don't mind. They will do excellent job for us. However, Manchester United may have the upper hand for Gyökeres due to him
Okay.
playing on the Amorim. Yeah, bad luck for us. But he's saying he's not going to go for their players. So if we move quick, where's the screen? Is it this one? It's still dark. It's not showing me anything, bro. Okay, let me go. Let me add it to the present.
It's-
Let me go back to the presentation window and add the screen. Okay. Tabeho is sharing something with us. Let's stick with that. What does it say? I cannot read it. Can you zoom out a bit? Victor Gyökeres is a monster. You have to zoom out a bit, and we wait till it loads properly. Okay.
Can you see now?
Hat-trick against Man City, 7 goals in his last 2 games.
Yeah.
7 goals in 2 games. Wow, 53 goals in 51 games this year. That's close to 1 goal per game. That's the player I want at Chelsea. I get Osimhen is good, but Osimhen, his overall game, I don't want. I'd rather Victor Boniface, but Boniface, he said he doesn't want to play. He wants to play La Liga, not the Premier League. Wow. I need to screw again. Let me change the format here so I can see that. Is that maybe this one is better? Wow, my gosh. What's the last item there? I can't quite see it now that I've gone like this.
Okay. It says Champions League top goal scorer with 5 goals.
With 5 goals. Wow. That's a player I want at Chelsea, really. I don't want Osimhen. I'm not saying Osimhen is
Yeah.
a bad player, but I just don't want to overlook the sort of the manager we have, the way he likes to approach the game and say get a certain player just for the sake of it. But
And
can we? Do I think we'll be able to get Gyökeres? I don't know. I'm not gonna doubt our owners because if they want something, they get it. It have to be maybe Gyökeres being greedy and not wanting to accept our contract terms. That's probably the only reason why we'd end up not getting him. Do we pay well? We do pay well, but you earn what you work for. We don't just pay for the sake of paying. But despite the way, go ahead. Were you saying something to Bill?
Yeah, just to add on that, I don't think Manchester United will go for a striker now because remember last summer they brought who
Highland.
the other Highland, and
And they
this
signed him
summer.
because his name sounds like Holland.
And the other striker they signed this summer is Joshua Zexi. So would it make a sense to buy another striker in the next summer? There are strikers in the three transfer windows. Oh man, that would be bad for them. But overall, for example, if I'm gonna be honest, if we had Erling Haaland as our number striker, as much as he doesn't press or do anything, I think Erling Haaland would have more goals this season. The way we create chances. Unfortunately, now he's struggling in Manchester City because his partner, De Bruyne, is not there, but he's coming back. So, man, we need a different striker. Like I said, I like Jackson, but again, we need a different striker, coach.
Yeah, we do. We do. Let's not get a traditional number nine. And I'm proud of myself. Actually, I told HH, look, Thomas Tuchel doesn't play with the traditional number nine. Look, clubs that he's coached. Are you sharing something new? Okay, I'm coming. Look at the club he's coached and all that. How he didn't play with traditional number nine. How he had Mauro Icardi and Edson Cavani at PSG. How he used them, and those players had to actually leave as soon as they can. And his response at the time was that he's better than what we have. And in all honesty, if I had to choose between Lukaku and Timo Werner, I'd choose Werner. Werner, at least you can understand that he needs space to be effective, and you know when to play him and when not to play him. And Lukaku, like Ty said at the time, was suffering from men guy syndrome. He wanted to be the focal point, and Tuchel didn't want to do that. Even when the press pressured him, I knew it wasn't going to happen anyway. But that's by the way. I don't know, Bobby. Whenever you want to comment, I'm sure you've been listening. If you have, we're talking about Gyökeres over Osimhen if we can. And I think I did read something, was it a week ago, suggesting he may well be on his way out. Am I correct, Tebeho?
Victor Gogorets, right?
Yeah, Gyökeres, yeah.
Yeah. The sporting director mentioned that the player can leave in the summer, but in January, the clubs will have to pay the release clause. So I don't know what will happen. But again, the good thing about the summer is his price tag will be low. But bad thing, many teams will go after him because it's a fantastic player. Oh my gosh, what a striker! Nah. He's producing amazing numbers, and his work ethic also, bro. That shows a lot that this player is good enough to play for a top club. I know Sporting is top, but again, compared to Chelsea and the other European teams, now we are bigger than them. So he should come to Chelsea. Hopefully
He should.
we sign him.
He should. And as I said, I'm not gonna doubt the ability of our owners getting the deal over the line if we really want him. Let's see what else we have here. Completely dismantled Manchester City. Wow. Bayern Munich also want Gyökeres as replacement for Harry Kane. The same with Barcelona as replacement for Robert Lewin. Finishing machine Dusky. What else do we have here? This is why we need a Champions League in order. Yeah, it makes it easier to convince players to join us because sometimes when you don't have Champions League football, you may have to compromise in some aspects to sweeten the deal. Bobby, anything you want to say before we look at what Tobeho has on the screen for us? And we're still going news hunting. I think there are still a few things to look at there. Tobeho, we might have to come back to this later if you don't mind.
No
Yeah,
problem,
I
bro. No
mean,
problem.
Gyökeres, Gyökeres is an excellent player, but if he's not going in January, if we're serious about him, we need to do the groundwork now. What we need is a finisher, that's for sure. Um, Jackson is developing, but how much of a finisher is he becomes suspect, isn't it? I haven't even got my mind yet on someone like Gyökeres. I think if we're going to get him, it will need to be a very um, secret backdoor kind of deal and negotiation. He's the sort of person that would just turn up. They won't. They will try not to let this be a publicly advertised situation. I'm very glad that some of the players that are pulled out of internationals. I think it's important.
How many of them?
Well, four main players: Gusto, Palmer, Colwill, and
Fofana.
Fofana.
Wow,
But
well,
I
we're
think
blessed,
Lavia.
Bobby. That's a serious
Well,
blessing in disguise.
I think Lavia shouldn't be there either. Lavia needs to be.
Yeah, DJ is in the chat. He's saying you're talking nonsense.
I'm
Or even
talking.
Lavia. Yeah, even Lavia's, they call him back Lavia also.
Oh,
Did
they
he
called him
withdraw?
back.
Lavia.
Did he withdraw because Bobby wasn't happy that he
Not
was going?
Lavia. Oh, Levi, not Lavia, Levi.
Yeah,
Okay,
Levi.
Lavia still, yeah, he's still going, and Bobby wasn't happy
yeah.
when he saw that. Go ahead, what you're saying,
Yeah,
Bobby.
I wasn't. I'm not happy because he's not been able to play 90 minutes. He's been out for over a year, and he hasn't been able to play 90 minutes. So what is he going there to do? Um. Anyway, we'll wait and see. But I think he shouldn't have gone. You don't go until you're fit enough to go.
Yeah, too early, in my opinion.
Pick up DJ.
Yeah, too early. I don't know. You see it. He was saying he does. Again, you were talking nonsense. The civil war I expected between you, DJ, that never happened. But that's by the way. Let's go news hunting. News hunting. We'll come back to what we have here in a bit. Today, if you mind, I'd like to see that screen later on, but not right now. What do we have on the screen? Big chances created. We've looked at that. Facts, Rodri, I think I won the Ballon d'Or because I've been consistent. It's the most difficult skill in football. Yeah, congratulations to him. I'm not going to even get into that argument. Chances not less than 3 created by Chelsea players, whatever that means. Cole Palmer 2.7. Pedro, that's hilarious from Vince Vic there. Just finding a way to justify. That's a crazy title. Jadon Sancho 2.3, Enzo Fernandez 1.8, Romeo Lavia 1.3, Nicholas Jackson 1.2, Nani Madueke 1.2. Okay. Anything serious here? Talk sports. Justin Kondo, Arsenal really came to life when Pedro Neto went on the right and Mudryk on the left. Mudryk defensively, that part of his game has got to improve. I felt Bukayo Saka got more space when and that decision was made. Anybody on the panel want to talk about that?
Yeah, I agree with Jason Candil. Like I said before, if you look at our wingers at the moment, I will choose Pedro Neto every day and night because the way he tracks back and defend, fantastic. Fantastic. With Noni Madueke, he is getting there, but again, like I said before on my stream earlier, if you check the goal we considered against Arsenal, Malo Gusto and Noni Madueke were sleepy. Even Noni was just walking. He should have smelled danger there. But unfortunately, it happened. We need to do better. If Noni track back Martinelli, I think we should have at least not considered that goal. So we need to do more. Mudryk, we all see. Nkunku, man, I don't want to talk about Nkunku because defensively, it's not there at the moment.
Sorry. What was the question?
Coach, I think he's on mute. The question is all about Mudryk not good defensively, especially after we made a switch of Petro Neto on the right, Malugu,
Mm.
and then Misha on the left.
Yeah, you're right. His defensive game is poor. He tends to look a bit sort of lost, which is a shame. You know, if he wants to be that winger that we hope he'll be, he has to have that in his game, offensively and defensively. You know, if you see Pedro Neto, he's not particularly big, but he tries. He makes himself quite awkward to the offensive player wherever and whenever he can. So Modric is another developing player, but that side of his game is lacking. To be fair to Noni, at least he does that. He does have a defensive side a little bit. That could be better, but sometimes it's quite noticeable what he does tracking back.
Yeah, sometimes his space has been also, to be honest, helpful. I think I can't remember what game in particular. I think it was on the Pochettino where he ran a lot to help us to ensure we didn't concede. He can put it to good use, his space to good use in it from a defensive perspective on occasions, but he needs to do that consistently. Fact, somebody agreeing with you in the chat, Bobby. I hope you're okay, Bobby. You sound a bit. You can say maybe you're tired because probably uh, the day is winding down in the UK right now. Drogba had Shevchenko, Anelka, and Torres to compete with him. Why not get someone to keep Jackson awake? Yeah, we've been looking to get someone. We're not saying with Jackson we're done. We're just saying we trust him. That's what I've heard from the club, and that's what big clubs do, irrespective of what a number of players you have. If you see another good player and you can get the deal over the line, you just do it. It's as simple as that. I agree. Let's see what else we have here. What's Kachila talking about? Revenge on you because I disagree with him when saying. Oh, DJ. Nice to see you here, bro. I really have missed you. You see, dodgy equipment. My equipment has been excellent today, actually. It's performed brilliantly well. So I'm not sure what you're trying to say. So let's see if there's anything else to talk about here. Tariq George, yep, that was a good actually debut, full debut for him, right? Did he play 90 minutes? Good, he started, but he did well. European debut, maybe. Tariq George has again created 26 a chance in Premier League 2 this season. The joins most of any player alongside Harveyville. He also ranks a second for completed dribbles, 21, third for assists, and other things being mentioned there. Honestly, I like that kid. I think he has the talent to become better than Nani Madueke. Whether he'd continue at Chelsea, I don't know, but he's such a talent and I love him. He's an intelligent player, more importantly, and I like that in players. Anything else to talk about here? We've talked about Romeo Lavia's stats. He's our best dribbler. Nothing surprising there because I've always known he's an excellent dribbler. There's nothing else there. If you're in the chat and you have any questions, put it down in the chat and we will try to address it. Otherwise, we'll be rounding up soon. It's been an excellent discussion. Again, I just like it. The show at this time, I like it, but at the same time, we want to do it at a time where we accommodate, considering time zones of many of our followers. I think it'd be helpful. I don't know, Tebejo. You want to share that screen you had before, or you have anything else you want us to talk about before we call it a day?
Okay, let me share the screen.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Let me accept it. There you go. What does it
This share
have?
for you, coach.
Okay. Can you zoom out even more?
Okay, let me do this. Can you see now?
Okay, our fixtures, right?
Yeah. It says, can you see?
Yeah, it's fainty kinda. I can't see it properly. I like that you're sharing your screen. So we have the games we have lined up, right? Next five fixtures. Is that what it is? One,
No,
two.
no, no.
What's that?
No, it's the fixtures that are difficult so far in the opening 10 games in the Premier League.
Oh, fixture difficulty. Okay.
Yes.
Can you read them out
Can
because I can barely see them?
you can't see anything?
No, I can barely see them. DJ, I know, bro. You don't have to explain. I can barely see it. Are you able to share that?
Oh, let me share it to you. Then let me
Yeah, so
do
I
that
can just
quickly.
open it that way. I can see it. Since you won't read it out.
Yeah, it will be much better that side. Yeah, I did say to you.
Have you
I
shared it?
did share
Okay.
to you right now.
Okay. I'm gonna try to open it in a bit. Give me 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah, I think will be much better from your side.
All right. Let's see. We have to share something here. Has he? Where did you share it? Oh, personal message in that. Okay. Direct message. Let me see. Just give me 1 second. Yeah.
Oh, we lost Bobby.
No, he's still here. I changed from presentation window to the fancy
Oh
one,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
have to add him back.
Okay, I can see right now.
Yeah, but it looks like Bobby's again. He's tired today. Ah, come on! Why is this taking this much time? Okay, let me do it here. Just give me 1 second to go. Let me see if it opens. It just slows everything down for some reason, and I do not know why.
Yeah, it's
DJ, you
Dante.
should.
I blame.
Bobby is good. Bobby is on the panel. I've added him to the two windows, the presentation window and this one. So let me go to Tobejo's message and try open what he had on the screen for us. My goodness, this is serious Lundusky, and I don't like that. All right, there you go. I think I have it here. I should be able to share it. But I think you should help me understand this presentation. I'm a bit lost, but let's get to that in a bit. Let's go back to the presentation window. Leave this guy here. Go here. So this reads Chelsea had the toughest opening 10 fixtures compared to any other club in the league and will still sit a third in the table. Enzo Maresca still isn't getting the credit he deserves. A lot of people are still actually busy questioning what he's done so far. I told people I wasn't going to question his selection, whether he selects players that I like or not, that I have strong belief in his ability to help us do well this season, and he's proven that that's the case. That's why when he started making changes that affect that has led to him dropping Enzo Fernandez. I didn't complain too much. I talked about the importance of what I realized he was doing. Fixture difficulty. Every Premier League, every Premier League teams are open in 10 games. Okay, so we're topping that by 88.3. Is it the percentage? Is just point. Followed by Brighton, followed by Arsenal, Brentford, Man United, Liverpool, Aston Villa. Can you explain this even more? Is this all our games that they're listing there?
No, actually they are putting the difficult features for like for percentage. For example, Chelsea played the most
Because
difficult.
we played out those teams, right? No. We haven't played Aston Villa.
Yes, we no. They're comparing each and every team difficult fixtures they already faced in the Premier League. For example,
Oh, okay.
Chelsea faced more, Brighton second, Arsenal, Brentford. Look at Man City, bro. Look at Man City. They're struggling, and then man, this bad for them.
Yeah. Yeah, again, one point the guy, the explanation here, the brief here, will help you make sense of it, which says that Chelsea had the toughest opening 10 fixtures. Yeah, we're sitting third in the table. Nobody expected us to be doing that well, you know. How Bobby again probably he's dozed off. He was sounding tired, so he probably is. Bon Mokuyan let have it. Maybe something I want to talk about now. I don't know where he is. to say that in English. But just by the way, anything else, if you're in the chat you want us to talk about, nothing new has emerged. Tebeho, anything else you want us to talk about? Oh, Bobby, if you're there, anything else you want us to talk about?
Nothing, bro.
Yeah, and I cannot thank you enough for finding the time to be with me on the panel. Tebeho, sincerely, I do appreciate that. Jude, thank you for joining us, DJ. So big up to you, my bro. Maya the rapper, sincerely do appreciate you. Anybody else in the chat? And certainly not Govindarajan. Much love, my brother. Thank you. And the Prince says, yeah. And all of you in the chat, and of course, my bro Tebe. Much appreciate you all. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play.